Hey guys, we'll be studying about the femur bone, one of the important bone. And before stepping up to other topics like the medial aspects of the thigh or gluteal region, you should have a bit knowledge about the femur bone. So it is one of the longest and strongest bone of our body. It is the longest and strongest bone of our body. The length is about 18 inches and usually 1/4 of our body. From above, it is connected to the hip joint. From below, it is anastomosing with the knee joint. So now we'll see the parts of the femur. Okay, I don't have a bone set. So consider this as a femur bone. So this is the upper end. This is the shaft. This is the lower end. Upper end, shaft, lower end. Okay, so done. Then in the upper end, it is having head as well as neck. It has head as well as neck and greater trochanter and the lesser trochanter. It is having a greater trochanter as well as the neck, lesser trochanter and a shaft and the lower end. In the lower end, it has medial condyles as well as the lateral condyle. It has medial condyle as well as the lateral condyle. So this was just to make you guys understand. So now I'll draw the anterior as well as the posterior view of the femur bone, just a rough diagram, so that you can understand in a better way. So here we go. So as you can see in this diagram, so this is the anterior view and this is the posterior view. So let's come to anterior view diagram. This is the head, this is the neck region, this is the shaft and this is the lower region. This is the upper end, shaft, lower end, upper end, shaft, lower end. I'm not that good in drawing. I have just drawn the rough diagram. So this is the head region. This is known as the pit, a small fovea located on the head. This region is known as the neck region. This whole part is the shaft and this is the lower end. So as we can see, the head, it is a 2/3 of a spear. This looks like a spear shaped structure. The head looks like a spear shaped structure which is articulating with the acetabulum of the hip bone to form the hip joint. This is the head of the humor and this is the acetabulum. So the head and the acetabulum will articulate with each other to form the hip joint, which is present near the hip region. So the next one we have to see is that pit, or it is also called as fovea. So there is a fovea or a small hole which is located in the upper end or in the head region. So this fovea provides attachment for the ligamentum teres femoris. Fovea is providing attachment for the ligamentum teres. We'll note it down there. So provides attachment for ligamentum teres. It is providing attachment for the ligamentum teres. We are done with the head region. Now we'll move on to the neck region. As you can see in the neck region, it is 5 centimeter long, which connects the head region to the shaft. It is around 5 centimeter long, which is connecting head region to the shaft. We'll write the centimeter. It is around 5 centimeter long that connects head region to the shaft. So after this, you can see in the neck region there are 2 borders, upper border and lower border, and 2 surface, anterior surface and posterior surface. In the neck region, you can see upper border, lower border, anterior surface, posterior surface. Upper border, lower border, anterior surface, posterior surface. We'll just write here upper border, lower border, anterior surface as well as posterior surface. These are the 4 areas present in the neck region. After this, we'll look onto the intertrochanteric line. When you come below it, you can see a line here. You can see the line here. We'll study about the posterior structure also. This line is called as intertrochanteric line. Intertrochanteric line. It is called as intertrochanteric line. So this intertrochanteric line, it continues medially and downwards. You can see it is coming medially as well as downwards. So this continues medially and downwards to form the spiral line. It forms the spiral line. So the intertrochanteric line is the one which is continuing to form the spiral line. So this intertrochanteric line mainly provides attachment to the hip joint, then iliofemoral ligament, then vastus lateralis, vastus medialis. There are so many muscles getting attached to this intertrochanteric line. So remember this part, intertrochanteric line. This is the area where vastus rectalis, vastus medialis, many muscles are getting attached here. So after this, you can see there is presence of intertrochanteric crest. Intertrochanteric crest. You can see a ridge shaped structure here. A ridge shaped structure here. This is called as intertrochanteric crest. It is called as intertrochanteric crest. This ridge shaped structure is called as intertrochanteric crest. So between this intertrochanteric crest, you can see a small bulb shaped structure. It is called as quadrate tubule. It is not the quadrate lobe. Quadrate lobe is present in the liver. So this is called as quadrate tubule. Okay, that is the quadrate tubule. After that, you can see another structure here, another black structure here. This is called as gluteal tuberosity. Gluteal tuberosity. So gluteal tuberosity is the region where all the gluteus muscles are getting attached. The gluteus maximus muscle, gluteus minimus muscle, gluteus medius muscle. So we'll be studying all these muscles of the gluteal region in the upcoming videos. Gluteal region chapter. So here you can see the gluteal tuberosity. You can see the spiral line also present here. After that, we'll study about the shaft. Shaft is also called as the body. Shaft is also called as the body. Then you can see a structure here. It is called as linea aspera. Linea aspera. A very important structure, which is present in the posterior border. As you can see, this is the posterior surface, anterior surface. In the posterior border, you can see the linea aspera, which is present, and it is a thick ridge. You can see a ridge shaped structure here. It is a thick ridge. Though behind the posterior surface, you can see a thick ridge called as the linea aspera. So we are done with this. As the linea aspera continues, here it is giving two lips. Remember, the linea aspera gives two lips called as the medial lip as well as the lateral lip. It gives two lips called as the medial lip as well as the lateral lip, or else it is also called as the medial supracondylar line as well as the lateral supracondylar line. So as you can see, I have written here medial lip, lateral lip. So see, remember one thing, the intertrochanteric line. So the intertrochanteric line is continuing as the spiral line. So the spiral line continues to form the medial lip of linea aspera. It forms the medial lip of linea aspera. So the linea aspera is a thick ridge-like structure which is giving two lips, medial lip on the medial side, lateral lip on the lateral side. Remember, on the which surface? Posterior surface of femur, and not on the anterior surface of the femur. It is found on the posterior surface of the femur. After that, you can see the two ridge shaped structure here, the U-shaped structure here. It is called as lateral supracondylar line, and it is called as medial supracondylar line. It is called as medial supracondylar line as well as the lateral supracondylar line. After that, you can see a ridge shaped structure here. This is called as it is present between the medial supracondylar line as well as the lateral supracondylar line. It is called as intercondylar line. It is called as intercondylar line. It is called as the intercondylar line, and below this intercondylar line there is presence of intercondylar fossa. There is presence of intercondylar fossa or intercondylar notch. It is called as intercondylar fossa or intercondylar notch. medial supracondylar line, lateral supracondylar line. Below that you can see intercondylar line. Intercondylar line, below it you can see intercondylar fossa. After that you can see the two condyles. Between the intercondylar fossa there is medial condyle as well as lateral condyle. So these are the medial and lateral condyle. So you can see the medial and lateral condyle present in this region. Medial condyle, lateral condyle. Between the two condyles you can see the intercondylar fossa is present. So above that you can see the two another ridges here. These are the medial and lateral epicondyle. So it looks a bit messier, so you have to understand this thing and this thing is the medial and lateral epicondyle. This and this is medial and lateral condyle region. Medial epicondyle region, medial epicondyle region, lateral epicondyle region, medial condyle region, lateral condyle region. Between the medial and lateral condyle region you can see the intercondylar fossa. So above this intercondylar fossa there is presence of intercondylar line. So we are done with this structure. Here also you can see there is lateral condyle as well as medial condyle. Since it is the anterior surface, you have to rotate it. So the medial condyle comes on this side and lateral condyle comes on this side. So this is the shaft, this is the anterior surface. After that you can see a bit ridge shaped structure here. This is called as adductor tubercle. It is called as adductor tubercle. It is called as the adductor tubercle. So this was about the general features of the femur, which was the anterior as well as the posterior view of the femur. Hope you understood this video. Please do like, share and subscribe. I guess you have understood all the parts present in the femur. So please do like, share and subscribe. Thank you.